This is a disclaimer that offensive language and very explicit themes are discussed in this episode. If you are easily offended or even have a weak stomach, please don't continue listening. If not, you're grand, you can continue, but you have been warned.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the JustYoungco and JustYoungco podcast. My own name is Jack.
My own name is JustYoungco.
And we have our very special guest today, which is just goes by the name Dylan. So Dylan, would you like to introduce yourself?
What's the story, lads? My name is Dylan, good friend of Jack's. Other than that, yeah, that's basically it.
So yeah,
Wow.
how are you today, Dylan? What's up?
I am 10 out of 10. It was a great day. Done a bit of work, went down to see herself. I was actually as I was texting you to say that I was late, I was coming up, you know Dino's Hill in Blackpool?
Correct, yes.
I was coming up and sitting there, it was like 10 to 9 maybe, and I was just driving up normal, and there was a car parked. It was like one of those old shitty like 7-seater Fords, like, you know, proper north side car, like bang smack in the middle of the two lanes, and the passenger door was open, and I kind of just gently rolled up, and I was like, surely they're going to move, you know, they're just going to close the door and drive on. So I'm sitting there, put the handbrake up, and there's like 4 or 5 cars behind me, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck's going on? Why aren't they moving? So I got out of the car, like left my own car to see what the fuck was going on, to be like, you know, man, you have to go, like we're in the middle of a steep hill and there's several cars behind us. And there was nobody in there, just blood all over the place, like the driver's seat, the passenger seat. And immediately I was like, no, I'm going deuces. And yeah, I peeled off. So that was my reason for being ever so slightly late.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Not a bad day.
I was actually so confused on what is
Yeah, I
going on
was
here.
the
What is
same.
the story
I still
about?
am,
And
to
at
be
the end,
honest.
it was like, oh, this is why he's late to the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, a simple just I'm running late would have been all right. Like
I know, but like this doesn't. I would say it happens every day, but every couple of days, I have to be mentioned. Like, you know.
what the fuck?
I'm sorry, guys, but I've been told to say this. It's Nico from Mayor of London.
Oh, 100%. NDL Army.
NDL, yes. NDL
I
Army.
do not. Do you know about the Nico Amalana, Dylan?
No, I do not.
Oh,
He's
no.
basically I'm gonna tell you, boy. Basically,
God.
so this is this London YouTuber who
Right.
basically is part of the NDL, and he wants to become mayor of England, become
Mayor of
mayor
England?
of London.
No.
he
Imagine that.
he wants to
Borrowed
become
for his money.
mayor of London and tell Boris Johnson to shush.
Exactly. But the
Oof.
thing is that he's actually getting very good on the polls.
Wait, no, is he?
I'm not kidding. He's on BBC and he's on ITV, and he's actually not doing bad on the polls. Because all the young people are registering to vote, which, hello, that's kind of like the biggest influence ever to get young people to register to vote. Register to anything, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, to be fair, we're kind of the lazy generation that way. Like, you know, even growing up, you know, only a couple of years ago, I was like getting shit off the fam for I'm not even registered to vote because like I wasn't growing up to be told to do it. Like, you know, to be told this is right, this is wrong. In a sense, with even Irish politics, like, and yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I think especially around people our age, we're just not. Well, myself and it, like we're just not educated about it. Like, you know.
I don't think I
That's
can
true.
vote.
I remember
Oh shit! Yeah.
trying to apply one time, and I got all the paperwork, looked at the paperwork, and it went straight in the bin.
It's so much like you just look at it, you're like, fuck this, like, you know, just for the
Like,
sake of
I have
one
to fill all
vote. Like,
this out, and then I have to pay the €1.10 now, by the way, because the stamp price has gone up to send
Yeah.
it. Back then it was €1. But yeah, as Jack said, I don't even know if I can vote, or if I can even register to vote.
Well, I haven't got Irish citizenship, you see, nor have I got a passport, so I don't know if I can actually technically vote. Is that bad?
yeah, I don't actually know. I barely even
remember
have the
doing-
requirements. Like, you just have to have a certain accent, I suppose.
You're like, does not if I vote in like the local election, you know, like, Charles.
I can tell you all about the famine. There you go, what a nice one.
Yes, but
Scribble it down there, sir.
if Jack was supposed to tell you all about the famine, he'll tell you all about the wrong side of it.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh, I'm gone. See you in a bit. All right, done.
Completely.
Lovely
yeah.
having you. See you in a bit. I'm gone. Bye.
There were these horrible monster people, so we fucking poisoned their potatoes and tried to kill half of them.
These horrible people are the English, because if it is, I'm severely offended.
I'm saying it from your point of view, you fucking dumbass.
Oh, guys,
Welcome to
please.
the podcast where we rip Jack to shreds. It's
Guys,
the same every
please.
episode.
We're 5 minutes into the recording. We're already talking about the fucking famine. Please.
It's getting a bit intense, yeah, right
Guys,
now.
we don't need this. I was just gonna talk about dumb shit that happened in the news, like fucking Ed Sheeran's apparently like an owner of Ipswich now or some shit or stuff like that. Like, I was like, cool, we're gonna do some like cool news like this. Nah, fuck it. All right, famine. All right, cool. We'll just talk about that.
Well, you know, there still is a slight bit of tension, you know, up in those precious 6 counties that you've been hanging on to. I know what's so fucking
Do you know what? Have them. All right, fuck.
I want them
fuck
back
yourself.
just out of
Have them.
principle, to be honest.
Have them.
Like,
We gotta
nobody
demand
wants to go to
unity.
Belfast, but still, like...
I mean, like, have them. Like, I guess I don't have the authority, but like, fuck it, have them. Go on, go away.
Well, get on to the boys over. You say,
Get
hey,
onto the
Boris,
way.
get on to
It's
that
like-
old one there up in the big house and tell us how to sort.
Open the big house, Mickey.
We only have
Like a
32
big
counties,
intro.
like. That's not a lot. You took fucking 6.
32. No, you're
6.
26.
Disrespect is real.
Dylan.
Oh no. Oh my god.
So anyway,
So Nico is actually up by 6%, I think it is.
Yeah, wait, no, is he actually winning?
6%. He's got 6% right now. I just got told on the live stream, so
is that a lot?
it depends how many people are actually in it. So if you think about it, 6% of 100, right? If there's like 20 people going for it, yeah, that's, I guess it's over 5%. So am I doing maths right here?
Give me a minute.
You're talking to someone who done foundation level, so I'm not even
Sign
going
up
to
to Air
try
today and
that.
get totally unlimited fiber broadband for just
You know how I
Oh,
actually
99 a
went
month
there?
for 12
It-
Sorry, I got attacked by an ad. Sorry.
What are you doing? What research are you doing?
I'm checking the ballot shit. I don't know. Is Boris saying vote for Nico and Milana? Like, I don't know. I'm interested in this now. Like, I didn't know this was a thing.
I should have brought this up to you before we started the podcast, so then you would have actually been able to put it in. So,
Could have had his notes, like, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
I had all my notes about everything else, and then fucking we got the podcast, and all of a sudden we're talking about the famine and Nico and Milana. I'm just like, what? Boys,
the
please
famine,
run this over by me.
the, 6 counties, yeah, they're all on this list now. Apparently,
Yeah,
This
exactly.
imaginary list that we didn't even know it was coming.
Yeah, and guess what? They're not on fucking mine. Like, I was gonna bring up like interesting facts and shit. Nah, famine.
Now, go on, throw a fact into the works. Go
Okay,
on.
do you know what?
I'm curious.
I was gonna do this little segment where I'll do three interesting facts of the week.
Hey,
3 inches
whoa,
sounds
3
familiar, doesn't
inches?
What? What, I missed that. What'd you say?
I said, you giving 3 inches sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Oh my god. See you in a bit. Go on.
It has to be done. It has to be.
You fell into that.
So the interesting facts. So yeah, I was gonna do like this interesting, like, I don't know. Do you want it now? Like, I don't know.
No, of course I do. Go on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
go on.
that's fine. All right.
done
English
for-
done nothing wrong.
Oh no! Oh
There's more than one border. You're fucking setting up here, bud, and you're jumping right over it.
Anyway, that was the end of the JCK and Youngco podcast. I've been Jack. Thank you much for watching.
Hashtag cancel JCK.
Exactly. I mean, I didn't say I didn't mention what we did nothing wrong in, but I just mentioned we did nothing wrong. I mean, exactly. I could have been talking about the Croatia match from the semi-finals of the World Cup. Hashtag football was coming home, but it's not.
Speaking of matches, what happened a couple of years ago up in Dublin?
Wait, what?
Jack, you might
Oh,
recall.
Dublin.
We only spoke about it the other day.
A hurling final, I presume.
Just over 100 years ago. You know, just as you decided to talk about games.
Give me a minute.
Oh no, he's actually gonna go Google
Jack,
this.
you know the answer.
Google, what happened 100 years ago? Oh shit!
That's
No.
not even in relation to Ireland.
Wow.
and
I'm
England.
sorry. I'm such a boomer. Sorry. Wait, I pressed the wrong thing.
What he's supposed to ask is what happened in Dublin 100 years ago.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. What
You
did
might
the
actually get a little
English
closer.
specifically?
Google,
What did
happened
the English
in
do
Dublin
in?
100 years ago, and the English did it?
I think it was Dublin.
Feedback on. Oh.
Oh.
That Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was there.
We were definitely alive at that point, yeah.
Yeah, I was in the streets. Yeah, selling heroin.
Yeah.
That's how we did it back then. You know, gotta respect the hustle.
Christ. Those poor kids.
I actually don't. What actually happened? Sorry, I'm terrible with news.
You don't remember the time that you and your probably great granddad decided to just fucking storm a pitch and kill a load of kids, no?
Well, I personally wasn't alive, so I'm not exactly gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember those days.
It's in your bloodline. I'm gonna blame you just because.
It's in my bloodline.
Callum's
What
too
do
nice.
you mean?
Yeah, it
I'm
can't
like
be
half
mine.
Irish, half English here. Like,
Are you?
yeah, my grandfather's like half English, half Irish. So my mum's 25%. So I'm like 12.5%. So round that up.
12.5% is half.
Yeah, I'm 12.
Please.
All right, guys. I will admit, I wasn't the best in school. I do have a severe case of dyslexia. I couldn't say banana till I was about 11. So you've got to bear in mind everything I do say
There's
on this
only
podcast.
3 different types of letters in banana.
Guys, please, you're giving me PTSD to the time I got bullied. Say banana, Jack. I fucking can't. Anyway, moving swiftly on from my childhood
every single
traumas.
podcast we do end up like this.
What, the victim? I don't know what to say.
All we had to do was invite Dylan, and all of a sudden he just like
Yeah, all of a sudden the cracks show.
Some people just want to watch the world burn, lads. I'm unfortunately one of those.
Yeah.
Jack's one of those too, to be fair.
I have to go to fucking therapy after this podcast episode.
Don't, it's too expensive. No point. The
Yeah.
offer is much cheaper.
Jesus Christ. That's so controversial. Oh no.
We should probably just like move on, right?
Should we?
Yeah, from the famine and English roasting. Yeah, it's been.
Yeah.
Okay, well, do you know what? In lighter news, obviously in the midst with all of this, we're kind of having a weekly segment where we do mention the bloody corona and all this shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
In good news, there's the Moderna vaccine's actually been tweaked, and it's actually neutralizing the Brazilian and also the South African variants.
Very good.
That's a
Wow.
vibe.
Way.
Yeah.
Well
so,
done, Moderna, for that one. Wow.
Yeah. So
probably the only good news about Corona in the last fucking year. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
with the way this rollout's going out, I would actually agree with you.
Yeah, man, Jesus, like everything's been a nightmare. Like from the get go, like literally more than a year ago, like. Nobody could have expected what the fuck was going to happen, like, you know. And even the country was on about, like, oh, a 2-week lockdown, we'll be chilling, like, you know.
wasn't that
I
the thing?
fully had it in
wasn't
my head that in 14 days, my life would have been normal again. No, it's
Yeah.
not fucking normal.
No.
It was the farthest thing from normal. Like, what even is normal anymore? Like,
Well, this is your normal now. When we go back to it,
Literally.
we're all going to be like so confused on what the fuck we do.
That
Literally,
is
exactly.
true. Yeah, when we like go back to normal and everything, everyone's gonna be like so like foreign to it. I guess
I'm going to
if
be
you could say that.
freaked.
Yeah.
Like, imagine the thought of dozens of sweaty people baiting up against you in a nightclub. I'm going to have a fucking anxiety attack.
I miss it, man.
I might as well
I-
be 90.
I
I go
want
to
that to
sleep at
happen.
fucking 8:30. I can't drink anymore. I have a cup of coffee and I have the shakes for nearly 4 days. Like, I can't.
Dude, it should.
This is after taking the life out of me.
It should bedtime, bro.
Literally, yeah. I'm staying up just because of this shit.
Like, can you imagine just walking into a shop with no mask and not having to socially distance with everyone?
Oh my god, I
That's-
feel like a
that's
terrorist
England.
when I do it by accident.
That's England. That's England in like what, like a month or two.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be them.
literally, it's mad. Like, isn't it weird how like at the very start when you seen people wearing masks, you were like, oh god, what the fuck? And now when you see people not wearing them, you have the same reaction almost. Well, I find it anyway.
Yeah,
It's-
I actually
it's so
agree with you
weird, like, you
entirely
know.
there.
Yeah,
Because
like
at the start of it, I think I was like an anti-masker, and I
I 100% was
like
as well.
everyone was, and
Yeah.
we were all fully against it. And then we just started wearing them, and it became normal.
Yeah, literally. It's so mad, like, yeah. I remember, like, because I was in an office when it started out in Voxborough. It was for Airbnb, and I remember seeing one or two people wearing them as it was all kind of kicking off, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, we used to make fun of Chinese people for doing it, like, and
GDPR
now,
just being released right there.
literally, yeah.
Airbnb in Voxborough, everyone.
No, I lasted there 10 days. I don't recommend.
Oh, I actually applied to Airbnb in Foxborough before, and
It was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it really was. But yeah, the corona just fucked
But
it. Like.
surely no one is going for Airbnbs right now because of Corona, though, because they can't really be open.
Yeah, well, no, they can't. Like they can actually follow within the contents of the law. Like, you know, so if especially now, like with the with the counties, the inter-county travel within 20k if you live on the border, or else anywhere within it. Like you can book somewhere, close to the border or anywhere in Cork for that matter. Like, but even I think is it the 10th of May when there's more restrictions being released. Like
Yeah.
you'll be able to book in groups and stuff and do all these different things. Like
they're
so,
like
it's actually,
so strict though
Yeah.
with
Well,
everything like
yeah,
Airbnbs
Jesus,
and
man.
stuff. Where it's literally
Yeah,
just
well-
like you'll have to like a pristine fucking check, which I think is good because then at least if you go
Yeah.
into the Airbnb, it's going to be fucking pristine condition and shit. But
That's it, like, yeah. Yeah, but I think we're, like, for a long time, we were one of the strictest in Europe, like, with the lockdown measures and stuff. Like, if you look at the likes of New Zealand and shit, like, why couldn't we do it? Like, why couldn't we introduce the 2-week mandatory quarantine, or just not let anybody in at all? Obviously you need certain supplies and different things like that. Just fucking send them back, like.
why
I don't
couldn't we
know.
be like Sweden?
Exactly, yeah.
Sweden didn't have a Sweden didn't have a
literally,
lockdown. They were just
Yeah.
like, do you know what? We trust our people. Should be fine. I
And
think they
and
did
all they're doing
eventually
is-
go for a
yeah.
lockdown, but like it was in like November or something, like
Yeah.
6 or 7 months after everyone else was locking down.
Exactly, man. They're living their best life. They're fucking swimming blue lagoons. They're going hiking mountains. They're going feking, fogging, fighting. They're living their best lives.
Doing the free Fs.
Literally, the 3 Fs. And here we are.
But you
Miserable.
know what? In regards to that, we might as well talk about what's happened in the news lately. And I can pretty much summarize it like this, really. 4-time Grammy Award winner Ed Sheeran will be Ipswich Spur. Why did I make myself do this?
Oh no.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
Give me
no.
a second. All right, word by word. 4-time Grammy winner award. Shit. Oh my god. So basically, do you know that ginger guy Ed Sheeran? Basically, Mandem's invested in Ipswich, and basically Mandem's like logo is going to be on like the shirt in the 21-22 campaign in it. So a 30-year-old is like, Wagwan, I love Ipswich, so he put a plus, a multiply, a divide, and also a minus onto the shirts. There you go. I'm done.
Awesome. Do you want to know a fun fact?
What?
I've seen Ed Sheeran live 7 times.
7?
7
What?
times.
I haven't seen it
And-
once. I want to. Though.
And they were all in the same month.
What?
In the same month?
Yeah.
Callum, what the fuck?
What was I doing? Oh. And I got to see him for free.
Gee, well, yeah,
I'll
if
be
it's
honest.
free, fuck it,
But
yeah.
wait.
Jesus Christ, you're like that fucking guy. But wait, there's more. What the fuck?
Yeah,
And I got paid to be there.
what? Oh, you were doing some fucking gig so
Yeah.
probably
I was
like,
I was
yeah,
literally
that's
about to say
grand.
that. Damn it! I was gonna
So
one up
Those are the
you.
best jobs ever. man. You can just skull points when no one's looking and pretend like you're fine and act like you know
Exactly.
what you're doing. In reality, you're out with a crowd. Yes, they're the best
Yeah.
jobs. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so I was actually in security, right? I have my security license and everything for it.
Oh, happy days.
Happy days, yeah. Great 11.50, like an hour.
Yeah.
To sit in an arena and just
That's
watch
the
the
job.
show. Just watch the show. Not watch anyone else. Just watch the show. But it gets so repetitive because he tells the
Oh
same
yeah.
jokes and he does the same order of the songs every
Yeah.
single show.
Yeah,
Really?
it's
It's as
grand for
if
people seeing it once, but like, yeah, I
Yeah.
seen Lewis Capaldi twice in like the space of like 3 or 4 months, I think, and
I
they were
was
nearly
supposed
the
to
same.
see I was supposed to see Lewis Capaldi last year.
Oh man,
Um,
he's so good.
but due to COVID and all that, it got
Yeah,
delayed, and I've
heartbreaking.
I've ended up selling my tickets as well because I can't get annual leave.
Yeah,
So I'm severely screwed. But yeah, it was actually this time last year. I saw him in my Snapchat memories just there a couple of days ago. My Ed Sheeran thing.
oh nice.
Yeah, I got to just like run around the place as well because I have like the security gear on, so I can go in any
Yeah.
direction I want. Everyone has to go in a certain way around the arena. There's me just whoom everywhere.
Ah, that's the job.
But yeah, it was fun because most of it was just staying inside the arena and just watching the show.
That's so grand.
Yeah,
Oh, I wouldn't mind it.
did the 3 gigs in Cork and then the 3 in Galway, and then I did 1 day of Dublin. But because we didn't have like a B&B or a hotel or anything, we had to sleep on like a sports hall floor.
Oh
I just
god.
I quit. And
Jesus, yeah, fuck
I just
that.
I went home the next day. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing this
No,
again."
Jesus, yeah, that's some fucking Mad Max shit. Like, no need for that. Even a hostel or something. You can get very cheap hostels up in Dublin for like under €50. You know, it's mad.
Exactly.
Like, fuck that.
They're all sold
How-
out though because of the gig.
Oh yeah, that
And
makes
it's
sense.
Dublin as well, so it kind of makes no sense.
Yeah, how much of it is a balls for, you know, like even myself, like I have over €1,200 worth of concert tickets that are still being pushed back. Like I couldn't imagine, and I'm not even like a proper rave header or whatever. Like imagine someone who's like bought tickets for every event and they're trying to get that shit organized and just, oh god, I'd say it's such a nightmare. Like,
Oh, every time. Like when everything reopens up and we all go back to concerts and stuff. Like I wasn't even a concert goer and until when I was going to do it in 2020. I only got to go to like one small concert type thing in a venue
yeah,
in 2019. And then 2020 was the year that I was going to go to events and do all these events. But no, it didn't happen.
shit, yeah. Did you see that there was some actually? There was some study in Brazil. I think it was maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. There was 5,000 people. That I think they had been vaccinated to some degree anyway. Maybe it was phase 1, or else it was just the one-shot vaccine. But they had all been vaccinated. And there was 5,000 people sent literally to a full day-long concert, and I think there was like 12 cases.
Oh, I saw that.
12 people that had carried it, but like nobody had symptoms or anything like that. So that's a good sign at the very least. Like, yeah,
that's a very good sign. Very, very good sign.
Yeah.
It's good that nothing came out of that, and as well, New Zealand has all their concerts going, and you always see their rings and stuff.
man.
I don't like
Even
New
Liverpool.
Zealand.
That's less than an hour flight away, and they're going mental over there. Like, oh, it's breaking my heart. Like,
Crazy.
breaking my heart.
I see my UK friends going to like to pubs and beer gardens and stuff.
Oh, I'd
and
love
it's
it.
like, lads, please stop.
Yeah, it's torture.
I'm just gonna have
like,
to stop watching the stories.
Yeah. Oh, you'll have to. Like, yeah, it's torture. Absolute torture.
Actually, today I was on a walk actually, and I found a bar doing takeaway pints, and I think I might just go there tomorrow because they have a beer garden open. I think they're doing it like undercover, kind of like in the back.
Yeah, well, the pubs can sell. What's it called? They can do the takeaway pints. It's just it's like the open container issue. Like they can sell it in a coffee cup with the lid, and you can drink it with the lid. You just can't drink it without the lid because then it's classed as an open container. It's such a stupid law. Like,
I'll be honest,
when me and Jack went out last year, and the guard stopped us because I was carrying 2 Heinekens.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Jack, do you remember that happened to us? Callum, you were there actually as well. When
Wait, actually no, I was there. It was us.
Yeah,
Wait, no, there was the 3 of us.
Yeah, at the back of Penny's, and they were like, "Yeah, you better fucking drink those now before you move." And we all just there was like 8 of us there down in our drinks. Yeah.
Do you remember my face when that happened? My face of just pure kind of.
We were all like, "Oh,
what?
Fuck, what do we do?" Like, Yeah, I wasn't even in town 5 minutes. Like, oh, that was mental. Yeah,
And the
that was a
worst-
disaster of a night. Holy shit.
The worst thing is that I look back and I'm just like, I was fucking stupid for it. Is that I looked at the girl and she just went, "Are you drinking?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was just like, "Oh," and I was like
obvious,
everyone else.
Yeah, like, what do you want us to do?
Yeah,
bro?
why
Like,
have
yeah.
you stopped just us? And then I was like so close to playing the racism card, but I was like, "Do you know, I can't."
He looks like he's English.
Yeah, exactly.
You actually did. You said it. I remember you saying it. You.
Wait, did I actually do it in the end?
Yeah.
Oh
did.
God!
But I don't think she heard you.
Oh,
How have I not been arrested?
terrible
But, like,
comeback.
I don't get how they stopped us instead of everyone else's who was
Oh,
around
it's
with
'cause I'm
open
English.
pints and everything.
It's because
Yeah.
I'm English.
It's so stupid. But town is still like that. Like, I was in town last Saturday and I was getting a burrito with herself, and we were the only two people not drinking. Like, there was even people with their fucking kids and the dogs and everything drinking. I was like, what the fuck? Somebody set up a darts board by the docks, you know, where everybody's been drinking there by what was the name of the pub there that got knocked down? Not Charlie's.
A sexton.
Isn't
Yeah,
there the
yeah.
old
Down by
Nightmare
there.
Realm?
Yeah, that's the one. Somebody set up a fucking outdoor darts board and like all these drink stands and shit. Like, it's fucking mental. Like,
Did you see they pulled out a car from the league?
yeah, man. I went down there for a run, and I didn't know about it at all, and I watched them pull the car out. It was grim.
Oh no! Was the body inside
Grim.
it?
Yeah, it was messy.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, it was the third or fourth time I think I seen a dead body. I actually seen two people die inside town, but like this was the first time. Like, he was all obviously wet and shit, but it was it was messy enough.
See,
Yeah,
I've seen people passed out on like Patrick Street, but I don't think I've
Yeah.
seen people dead. Like the other day, there was an ambulance going into town, and I was in
Mm.
town, and then there was a guy passed out outside Penny's, and I think he was alive, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. God bless him and all that, you know.
yeah. I used to actually work in Glory Jeans, that kiosk outside the Peace Park. I used to work
Right.
in there. In the summers where I was in college, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and there used to be, they had one or two homeless people come in. Like, I didn't give a fuck about the job, so I'd always like give them a croissant, or give them a free coffee or tea or whatever.
But
And
that's
there was
fair
all-
enough. That's nice. Like,
Yeah, there was always this one fella outside, and every morning before the shop would open, I'd have a sandwich and I'd have a coffee ready for him. I'd just put it on the
Aw.
ground, and he would come by, and he would just sit down, he'd start begging then for the day or whatever. Until one morning I went out, and he was actually there before me, and he had overdosed, I'd say, not even minutes before. He was still warm, like, oh man, it was so fucking traumatic, like, yeah. Very,
But
very grim shit, like.
did he die from overdosing? Did
Oh, he died, yeah. I'd
no.
called the ambulance, and I waited with him and everything, and tried to keep his head up and stuff, and he was like convulsing at the mountains. Oh man, it was it was
Man,
grim.
that's dark. Wow.
Very yeah, I've seen even on Merchant's Quay as well. I was going to college one morning, and I seen a cyclist get mashed between a lorry and a jeep, and
no!
oh man, it was fucking heavy, yeah. And literally only over the road, not even a year later, on McCurtain Street, I seen a fella getting fucking squashed by a cement truck. I don't know if you remember that a couple of years ago.
What?
Man, it was such a bad year. Like, yeah, it was fucking heavy, but because I was on my phone, and all I heard was the doom, and I was like, what the fuck? And it literally like a horror movie, like the arms out over the head,
Oh
and just
no!
fucking tires went
Oh.
over it. Yeah, it was grim. Yeah.
I feel so sorry for the audience right now.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
imagining that shit happened.
If I had to witness it, they could hear it. It's fine. Fuck
So
that.
anyway,
We should
on
probably
a
move
on a lighter note, guys.
We had a bit of sun today, which was nice.
Yeah. Do you know what? I can tell you guys an interesting fact. You could reach the moon with a column of around 40 billion Lego blocks. Guess how much Lego blocks we have in the world?
Oh, if there's 40 billion to get to the moon, there's obviously more than that.
We have 400 billion Lego blocks in
I
the world.
fucking knew there was more. 400 billion.
We could go.
God.
We could theoretically make 10
Let's do it.
lines to the moon.
Let's do it.
What? What? Why
And
the
what
fuck
about
you
one
getting this money?
tickling?
Yeah.
one thick line that can carry the human
One
support,
thick
and
boy.
we'll go down to the boys there in the old NASA, and we say, hey, give us a spacesuit there on tick, will ya? And then we'll walk to the moon, literally.
So
I'll set up a GoFundMe right after
Dylan,
this.
so as you may know, as I have said before, I wasn't the most educated person in the world. So there's this thing that the moon and the sun and the Earth and the Jupiters and the Saturns and the Plutos do.
And the Uranus. Can't forget Uranus.
Anyway, they have this thing where they circle around the Earth. The Earth? Wait, what? No, they circle around the sun. So theoretically, we couldn't make a line.
We can build it up like maybe 90%, and when the big old moon boy comes back around again for his full cycle, we'll finish it off really quickly, and then we just bang out, bang, 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 build all the blocks really quick.
2-day council job.
Yeah, we can leave ourselves short of maybe like 3,000 bricks, and then we build it as he's coming back around, and then bang, there you go.
Yeah, but you know what will happen? The same thing happened to that guy with the cement mixer.
Ah, yeah, that's true. But I could just jump on, I suppose, land in a crater.
The moon crushing us instead of that.
Yeah, that's true as well. Or I could just absolutely bounce off it and end up floating through space for a couple
Maybe
of
it would
minutes.
just destroy the Legos.
Don't destroy the Legos. If they're going
Have Legos been tested in space? I feel like this is something that needs to be commissioned.
What happens if you fling Legos at the world, I wonder?
If you what?
If you say that again?
If you fling Legos at the Earth. Is that like little shots in the ground or some shit? Like, am I the only one that thinks this? Okay. Basically, when Mandem throws Lego and it goes towards the Earth, what happens?
Oh,
gravity.
Gravity.
All right. Shit,
so
never
it
thought
will
of
get faster, and it will get faster, and then when it gets into the atmosphere, it will kind of like set on fire.
Oh.
Yeah, the closer it gets to the Earth, yeah. Or if you're throwing it from the moon to Earth.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
if you're standing out your back just flicking it into the grass, I was like, that's not going to do much, but.
All right, guys, get pack it in. All right, it's been a long day. All right.
It's been a long day. I think I witnessed someone getting fucking killed earlier on.
Fair, yeah. I just had a few pricks on the phone. Really, that was it.
I just had to leave it. Really, couldn't be late for this, even though I was late in the end. But sure, look,
Joe, you weren't that late. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Joe,
We were just trying to find out something. Actually, we were trying to find out how many TikTok followers Jack has, so he can go live.
Oh my god, pack it in.
1,000 followers you need on TikTok to go.
This
live.
is literally just the episode of bullying me. Okay, I get it. It's fine. All right. Do you know what? I get it. Do you know what? All right, just because you had a viral TikTok trend, I don't care. All right, bro. It doesn't make me sad. I'm not bothered by it at all. Kind of. I don't care that you've
How many followers you want, Jack?
Just a groan.
The silence is deafening, I tell you.
I don't know what to say really.
Just tell me the actual amount, and then we can work out how long it will take us to get you to 1,000. So then you can go live and guess. So then we can actually both go live.
178.
Perfect. Okay.
It's 178 more. I think I've like -2 because I've just my algorithm is just that fucked up. I don't know, man. I'm trying to get into TikTok, but like I can't really like you know I'd like to see some stuff now. Like I don't know, maybe some odd couple of fistfights, or someone with like a severe mental drug and mental disability, making some crazy shit. Yeah, I like the dark stuff. Like TikTok is too like uppity rainbow fucking skittles. I don't need it.
They have rules, to be fair. Now TikTok does have a dark side to it. To be fair,
it does. You remember that time that fella shot himself in the face with a shotgun, and like it kept on getting real. Oh man!
Oh yeah!
God, how many kids seen that shit? Like,
did you watch that?
Oh, I watched it like 8 times over.
Oh, this is too much. Well, actually, speaking of followers and stuff on TikTok, TikTok actually had a glitch the last day, where everyone on the website got reset to 0.
Wait, what?
Oh, are you serious?
See, my account went down to 0. My friend Ethan's went down, and he was posting on his story because everyone was commenting on his TikTok saying, "You got 0 followers. Where they've all gone?" And not realizing that they go on their own profiles and they also have 0. Uh,
Shit.
the Chinchilla page's TikTok page has 0. I think Charlie D'Amelio and all the big accounts were also on 0 as well for a good few hours. Not too
Jeez.
sure when they brought it back, but I checked it earlier and it's back. So everyone's got their followers back at least.
Yeah, that's good. You remember that thing with YouTube a couple of years ago? Something like that happened. Like
And
massive
everyone got
amounts.
reset.
Yeah,
and
like massive
lost a
amounts
load.
of subscribers were just vanished, and they were like, "Yeah, sorry, but they're gone." So
Yeah.
weird, like.
Exactly. They were deleting counts, I think. So
Oh yeah, all those spam
what they
ones
were
and
doing.
shit. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
actually I got an email today from an app that I used to use called YouNow. Which said, due to you being inactive, you have 9 days to be active again, otherwise your account is terminated. I used to be a pretty popular creator on there, and I just haven't used it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go onto you now and post.
yeah,
Well, then you don't deactivate my account.
yeah.
So
And
you
then
see,
never
like,
go back to it again until you
and
get the
never go back to
notification.
it again. Because
I know the game.
you go on my profile, it's like posted over 2,000 days ago, and then posted 2 hours ago. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
don't
that's
mind me.
gas.
Jack, what else you got?
One thing I was going to bring up, I actually forgot to bring it up when we were talking about the corona and everything. There was another good thing that came out of it. Leo Varadkar said pubs will reopen in July and life will return to normal in Ireland by August.
He said that today, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think August is premature. I don't know.
Yeah,
Personally,
he did
Leo
say
is a
August.
twat. So is Hole. The two of them just need to fucking go, to be honest.
I feel like, do you know what?
August is premature.
If we can have the pubs open by July, a few of us can get the old vaccinations in fucking August. I'll be happy, you know.
Mind the pubs, man. Give me the fucking gym. I put on like 80 pounds this year. Like,
How do you think
I don't need
feel?
another pint. All I've been doing is drinking pints at home. Pint every fucking weekend. I don't need it. God damn.
Well, do you know what? I can bring
so
up.
many people have gone up drink now. So many people, which is a good thing, I guess. But then again, if you think about it as well, the drink prices are about to go up in the off licenses.
Oh yeah, yeah. At least that fucking shit €9 meal rule has gone out the window.
Yeah,
that was a stupid way to try and reboost the economy. Like,
did you
do
even
it through the
take part
pubs.
in that?
I did. I'm not gonna lie, but only for select places, like like the Vic now inside the city. Like, that was the only place where it's like, you'll get my money for the food that I'm not going to eat, but I'll have the pints. Like, yeah, but any other place, I go, fuck
it'd
that.
be on the table for you.
Literally, like, yeah.
Yeah, we did it, but we did it first in Waterford, and then we reached our limit on how long we could be at a table. So then we were like, oh, now what we're going to do, because we can't really sit anywhere. We got lucky, and do you know Waterford well?
No, I know
Okay,
Dungarvan. That's it.
Okay, close enough. There's a little place called the Apple Market, which is like this big, giant structure thing, and it's like a mirror on top. So you can look up, and it's like a giant mirror. Well, there is a load of bars. So we went in there and saw it was hectic. Very, very hectic. We got lucky, though, because we went into one of them and asked if they have any tables free, and they said no.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But then
It's
he
so
said, oh,
stupid.
if you come back, if you come back in about half an hour, we might actually have a table for you outside. So I was like, grand, okay. So we went back to the hotel because we needed to go drop off some things anyway, and then came back out again, and they actually did like the €9 for the table thing. They weren't supposed to, but they did it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So we only had to pay €9 for just like some snacks on the table, and then drinks after that. And we just had a whale of a time then.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And I don't think there was a limit then as well, because they weren't really tracking it, and they would just keep coming back at you and being like, "Do you want more? Do you want more?" And you'd be like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
At the end of the
True
day, if he
story.
kept on buying pints, they probably just didn't care. They were just like, continue buying, boy, continue buying.
Yeah, you see, it depends on the place as well. Like, if the food is worth the wait and if it's worth even the €9, like, even Jack, where were we that first time when the pubs opened up?
Yeah, we
And
went
in there.
to Chambers? Reardon's,
Reardon's, yeah. We went to Reardon's and spent like €30 on food even before getting the drink. We were like, we don't mind paying it because it's a good place, like,
Yeah, good
But
food.
yeah, even
Shit ton of
back
drink.
then, man, they were so strict. Like, you remember, like, the 2 hours were up. And the second they were up, like, the manager came over with the bill, but we had ordered, Callum, right? We ordered two Jameson and Cokes with another person, and immediately after, the manager came with the receipt to pay, like, and he was like, being such a dickhead, like, and we ended up getting 2 drinks for free in the end because he didn't realize that he had already processed the whole thing before she got even up to the bar to add it to the table, like, so.
And
it
he
worked
was
itself
literally
out, but
looking
yeah.
at us like, he was
Yeah.
looking at us like, well, you gonna down it, boys? Like, you're gonna
Yeah.
leave?
Oh my god!
I was like,
I've
we
never
can't.
so drunk at like 2 in the day, like, yeah.
Yeah, then we just
Doing the
waddled
pub.
out of the fucking pub. We're like, yeah, when you
Oh
go
my
home,
God.
yeah, when you go home.
And we went to the worst place on earth when we were polluted. We went to a fucking jewelers.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah,
And you
do
just
you remember
randomly
that?
spent
Oh, you
like
guys
fucking
are-
600 quid on a chain, and I was like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
And I gave it to my brother the next day because I was like, "There's no point in me having this." And instead of returning it, I just gave it to my brother.
You see, you
Oh,
two are
yeah,
so lucky.
stupid.
You know the city so well, and you know the bars. I don't, because when I came down the first time with you two, I didn't live in the city. I lived in Mallow.
Oh
Um,
yeah, you miss out on everything out there. Like,
I
yeah,
miss
even
out.
outside the suburbs, you miss out on shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now that I've moved, I moved house this year. I now live in Wilton. And
Oh,
so
Wilton's grand, man.
Wilton-
Lovely spot.
Wilton's grand, yeah. Direct bus service is great, and if I
Yeah,
really
dead
am that
handy.
lazy, a taxi or something like that as well.
Yeah.
So soon as this corona fucks off, I can finally go into town.
Oh, we're going for drinks, boy. I'm gonna get you extremely
Oh,
drunk and then
yeah.
convince you to like. I'm gonna convince you to do something like 5 episodes on the main channel every day or some shit, or every week, like.
Oh no.
And then I'll just be like, well, Callum, I have a recording of you saying it, and then it'll just be a recording of you going, yeah, you 5 episodes a week.
You want 5 episodes and a podcast? Oh,
Yeah, can we go home now? Yeah.
You know what? I'm
Sounds like
actually
me when I'm
surprised
sober.
That the last edit I just did for you, sounds like you when you're sober.
Literally. I struggle on a daily basis.
I got a load of drinks there just like 2 weeks ago, and then my friend came over with even more drinks, and they're just sat in the fridge, and my drinks are in the fridge. My fridge is just full
Oh,
of drink
man.
at the moment.
Well, I'll be honest,
It's
it
not
is
been
Orsha
touched.
Teeves. So I can bring my own drink, give it to Dylan.
Orsha Teeves is the
There you
tact.
go. We'll just have a big, huge session in your house. Is that okay? But we're not going to have a big, huge session in your house because we're not supposed to. Callum, book it. We're going to have a big session in your gaff. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're not going to have a big session in your gaff. We are. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it after all of this reopens. No, we're not. And then we're just going to have a lovely little drink in your house, okay? But we're going to do it after the restrictions. Is that fine?
You do realize that the restrictions are kind of opening the day this podcast comes out.
Oh yeah, literally, man. It's like a couple. It's the 2 days or 2 days before my birthday. Yeah, or day before.
I think
Oh wait,
so.
the
I
birthday's
remember.
next week.
Yeah, the 11th. Yeah,
Oh no way!
and I can't even drink for it because I'm on a diet. I might as well just kill myself at this point. Like,
Well,
I
do you
can't
know
even drink
what?
for my own birthday.
Do you know what? At least you're getting a tattoo voucher from me.
That's true as well. I'm trying to
Exactly.
fucking decide on what I'm gonna do for it. I was thinking like something behind the ear or something on my finger, but I don't know yet.
Oh, finger tattoo.
don't know. Something
I didn't
saucy,
even know
like,
you can have tattoo vouchers.
What? Yeah, they're fucking. Oh man, they're the best things ever. Like, if you know someone with tattoos and you just don't know what to get them, it's the safest thing because they'll never be like, "Oh no, I don't want to." It's just an excuse to get another tattoo. Like,
I just got see. I had an idea with the lads where I was just like, do you know what? We'll buy him a new pair of Air Max so we can start customizing it because Dylan actually does stuff with like customizing shoes and everything. But what it was is that when I said it to all of the boys, Sinan and Kyle were like, "Oh yeah, we have a present sorted," and I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot. You guys plan like 2 months ahead." I'm like the person where I'm just like, "All right, Dylan's
Last
birthday's
second,
next week.
yeah.
What are we getting him?" Like, there's been times where, like, even for my brother's birthday, when I bought him a undisclosed present that I will not disguise or will not disclose in this podcast. I basically said to my sister, I was like, "Oh, is Roy there?" And she's like, "Yeah." Called Roy, and I was like, "What do you want for your birthday?" And he's like, "What? My birthday tomorrow?" And I was like, "Fuck." Here's me thinking, "Oh yeah, it's in like late April or something." Nah, it was like the next day, and I was just like, "Oh." I was like,
I'm like that as well, man.
What do you
I'm
want?
the worst.
And then he was like, "Give me this," and I got him that. And then yeah. So note to me: if I forget your birthday, it's 100% my fault. But still, like
Man, I nearly forget my own one. I'm the worst with it. I even remember people's birthdays. Like, I'm so fucking bad. It's terrible.
I mean, if it makes you
Am I
feel
just-
better, my birthday is the day before Beyonce's. So there you go.
Oh,
When is
Oh,
Beyonce's
wow.
birthday?
September 4th.
September, I
this-
thought your birthday was in fucking February.
No, September
See what I
3rd.
mean?
What the fuck, man?
Oh man, I have to make note of that now.
Yeah, I swear.
Or else I can just
Note
Google
it
when
down
is
as
Beyonce's
Beyonce's.
birthday because I won't
Yeah,
forget
exactly.
that. Yeah, there we go now. I know to
Well,
make
so you're
note of
not
shit.
you're not gonna remember my birthday, but you're gonna remember that my birthday is the day before Beyonce's birthday. So you just oh god, you know what, I'm done. All right.
Yeah,
I need
Yep,
new best friends.
perfect.
I'm sorry. Now, did you make
Uh,
Beyonce? Is just she's up there, Jack. She's like she's a class A. Like you can't forget a woman like that.
What? Just a class
Yeah.
A drug or?
No, she's just a
Whoa.
class A woman. Like
Oh, fair enough. Fair. I was just gonna say, what the fuck are we talking?
Jack, do you let people in work know your birthday?
Yes and no. As in, kind
Okay.
of like, I don't want them to know, but I'm too much of a fucking idiot. So, like, a week before my birthday, I'm always just kind of like, oh, I can't
it's my
wait.
birthday. Yeah,
Yeah, literally, like, when I was hitting 21, I was like, oh, I can't wait to go drinking for my 21st with the boys. And they were like, oh, when is it? And I was like, next week.
I say it in passing as well. Like that, I done it last week. I was like, oh, I can't drink now for my birthday, and you know, just to slide it in, just so they don't
Oh,
fucking forget
yeah.
about me. The pricks, like, not even, I don't even like them anyway. But like, it's nice that they can acknowledge it any at the very least.
Exactly. And to be
Well,
fair, like, all they do in the Abchan office anyway is just give you a shit ton of sweets and maybe give you a voucher for
Yeah.
somewhere. And
I
they're
was
just
just
like, here
about
you
to
go.
ask you that actually, if you get all the like that huge pile of sweets on your desk.
Oh
when
my
you go
God.
for lunch or
Man,
something.
for my birthday when it happened to me, see, I was kind of like, do you ever oh, it was like an episode of like fucking The Real Housewives or some shit where she was just like, so like they're gonna like do this to me and I'm just gonna like so surprised. Like
Yeah,
I thought
you
it was
know it's
coming,
happening.
but I didn't think it was coming because it was like 1 o'clock on my birthday and I was just like, yeah, boys, time's a ticking. Can I have my sweet please? And then
Don't they wait for you to go for lunch and then you
yeah,
come back
there
and
was
it's
me
there?
being retarded, realizing I've been at my desk since 1 o'clock, or since 9 a.m. And then I went out for lunch, and then I was a bit peed off, so I was like, do you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna go to the canteen, have a bit of chips. And I was like, and then I went back to my desk, and they were all there, and I was like, oh, for me, like the proper like fucking white bitch reaction of just this for me. Oh my
No
god.
way.
Yeah, it was, and then I was like, in my head when I was looking back over it, I was just like, realistically, they gave it to me that late, and Derek said to me like, here's some money, go to the canteen and get some food, and I was like, oh, that makes sense now.
Nice. I remember on my birthday, because I don't tell people my birthday in work. I was so skeptical because I remember telling one person, and then I remembered on the day of my birthday, I was like, "Wait, she talks to everyone." I was like, "Fuck." So I went out for lunch, but I snuck back in about 10 minutes later. That's so sneaky. And then went back out again, and then came back, and I was like, "Oh, it's okay. No one knows. It's okay. I'm grand." Because I would just freak. I'd be so embarrassed if it was.
It's
if
I hate
everyone
shit
knew,
like that. Like,
and I have to walk through the whole entire floor, everyone clapping and
Yeah.
on their feet. It's like, yay! It's the day that your mother gave birth to you.
yeah, it's so weird.
Hell yeah.
Or in a restaurant as well. It's like I'm gonna fucking vomit into this plate if you don't leave me alone. Like,
When
isn't it actually
actually
so funny? You know, in restaurants how they sing "Happy Birthday," like different
Yeah.
variants of it.
yeah.
It's actually because they believe it or not, that actual "Happy Birthday" song is copyrighted by Michael Jackson. Believe it or not.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
You know how they
yes?
come out and they're like happy birthday day? Like they sing it different than the original song because it's copyrighted by Michael Jackson.
What an asshole. Come back from his
Isn't he?
friend.
Not only did he look at kids' balls, he also fucking copyrighted Happy Birthday.
Do you know what, guys? I think this has gone long enough now. I think we have to end it here.
No, surely not.
Well, it's been 50 minutes, mate. Like,
50? Oh, what a great episode this is.
it's gonna be our longest fucking episode. Goddamn. Callum,
This is going to be in my top 10, I swear.
for the Callum, we've had 10 episodes.
This is episode 11, isn't it?
Okay, we've had 11 episodes. All right, which episode you leaving out, boy? So do you know what? While we might as well end the episode there, Dylan, would you like to plug anything, or would you like to say anything for the end of the episode?
I will plug my Snapchat, I'm not going to lie. It is Sneaker King Cork without the O, so that's Sneaker King CRK, all one word.
What we'll do is we'll put it in
Get
the
on it,
description
lads.
of the video
Yeah,
anyway. He does
brilliant.
customize shoes, and he does do them
Legend,
really
boys.
fucking well. So do you know
Thank
what,
you.
guys? To do the little outro of the of this very enjoyable, controversial, and I got bullied a shit ton
Jack,
podcast.
Jack,
What?
Jack, are you about to ask what I think you're about to ask?
Yes.
Yes!
I have to ask it every podcast, no matter how, like, I don't care if the guest thinks I'm a dick for saying it. I don't care. Dylan,
Yes.
tits or ass?
Oh!
I'm waiting.
I mean, why can't the man have both, like?
I mean, I'm meeting up with you in a bit, so if you do the wrong answer to this question, I will. I'll
We'll
probably
have
do
it out, so
probably do nothing realistically, but like, you know,
Tits or ass. You see, you have the fucking... Oh, shit.
I'm just gonna like sip on
You
my
have
tea.
the volume of the bum, but you have the spagginess of the tits, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really suck on an ass. It's a bit weird.
Mhm.
An ass is kind of smell, but
Mhm.
but the tit is close to the armpit. There's a bit of fucking
Mhm.
ogre stink there as well.
Wait, why the fuck are you overthinking this, Dylan? It's a question
Ah,
of tits or
shit.
ass, mate. Come on.
No, you have to break it. You have to weigh out the pros and cons, man. Fuck. This isn't just like, oh, what time is it? Like, this is life or death shit, like.
This gets more fucking intense every episode we do. Either they get really
It really
uncomfortable and don't know what to say, or they just contemplate fucking life.
I'm gonna have to go with it.
Yes!
They're just more fun. You can, like, realistically, right? If you think about it, you can stick your peanut between both of them. You can have fun with both of them. You can't really suck on an ass cheek, and if you stick your tongue in the scrum, it's like it's called the dirt track for a reason. Like.
So anyway, guys, that's the end of the podcast. I do apologize that you had to go through 51 minutes and 50 seconds of this. My own name has been Jack.
My own name has been Youngco.
And Dylan, thank you so much for having us.
Lads, nice one for having me.
And the only thing I'm going to say by the end of the podcast is I'm sorry you had to listen. Good night, everyone. Have a drink on me. Lads, I will say it, I'm fucking done with you lot.